Hello and welcome. It is United City against Daegu in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, a final group match for these two clubs, and so much at stake in the AFC. It is win or bust for Daegu. They need to secure victory to advance to the last 16. That table confirms that, sitting in second place, and a victory to take him on to 12. That is very much on the agenda. Our conditions ideal on the warm side, but it is a setting that these clubs know all too well. Coach of Daegu feels they're on the verge of something special. 7-0 in their favour when they met United City less than a fortnight ago. Yes, mentally and physically fatigued on the back of a very demanding schedule, but ready to go one more time in this group phase. And for United City, well, 4 points from 5 matches, something to build up, and it sets us up nicely for the drama to follow here in Group I. Yes, the games have just kept on coming, and now we're at the stage where it is the final day of group matches. It's the venue that awaits. The players will be out very soon indeed. Our first glance at some of the playing personnel, and no surprise that both coaches make changes to their starting lineup. It is with these fixtures coming, as I mentioned, so quickly, the need to rest where possible and certainly rotate. All about what sort of strength in depth the respective coaches have available for them. Referee is Ilgiz Tatashev. Just waiting for the final minutes as the countdown continues. And not long until we know whether Daegu are in a position to go through to the knockout stages, or whether United City, of course, have secured a first AFC Champions League win of their own and have made history, can cause a problem and spring a surprise. It is a big ask, of course, because they were on the wrong end of that 7-0 hiding, but they come into this buoyed by the win against Beijing. They were 2 down very early on, and they came back to win 3-2. Players await. Eastern Zone AFC Champions League action is on its way as United City from the Philippines come up against Daegu, representing Korea Republic. So on their way, another meeting between these two clubs, and Jason With, the manager of United City, will certainly hope that his side can be more competitive this time out. Playing in sky blue today, Daegu. Lee Byung-gun played for the club, now in charge. Opposite number, Jason With, comes from footballing stock, his father Peter, so very much following in those footsteps. What can his side produce today? Certainly some confidence from the victory in their last match. 2 goals that day for Mark Hartman ensures a place for him in the starting 11 for United City. Stefan Schrock again captains the side. Confirmation of our referee, Tandashev Ilgez. And for Daegu, they once again look to Cecilia and Edgar for goals. Hong Jong and Lee Gwen-ho drafted in to the 11 that starts. That Brazilian partnership, so important. Can Cecilia and Edgar click? Because they have delivered goals. So almost all set to go then. 7-0 when the sides last met. And if Daegu are to deliver another victory, then that will be enough to secure their place in the round of 16. Group high it is then, and it's United City who get this first half underway in the dark blue strip. You consider how they struggled early on against Beijing. They conceded the 2 goals in the early minutes, and then they came back into that fixture to the delight of their manager Jason With, and that is why Mark Hartman starts a double for him. It's always likely to win a place in the starting 11 based on his all-round contribution. So a 3-2 success for them. As for Daegu, well, the damage was done by the front runners Kawasaki Frontali, who beat them 3-2 in their group opener, and then a 3-1 success in their second meeting. It's Hong Jong, an early touch for him in that central defensive role. Fourth in the K-League, with a manager who played for the club. Set, he hopes for a moment of history. On the verge, he said, a watershed moment. Will they be able to come up with the win? All the evidence would suggest clearly that there is a golf in class, but aside from the Philippines are here to prove that wrong. The confidence that comes with a maiden victory in this competition. Min on this near touchline, 30 years of age, one of the more experienced players. Goes up. First decision made by the assistant referee on the far side goes against Lee Guan-ho, whose run took him into the danger territory, but he straight into an offside position. Marginal call, but the correct one. So a sixth and final group game then. First Filipino club to compete in the group stages of this tournament at United City. Well, there's the player who made all the difference, a rather blatant push, and not impressed. The senior was on the receiving end, and there's Hartmann. Can he rediscover the scoring form that he produced last time out? Another player goes to ground. This time our referee allows play to continue. Kishi with the responsibility. A lot of space to manoeuvre, but they've gained a few yards as they look to work an early opening inside the opening 5 minutes. So worth bearing in mind the demands that this competition takes on the players. Tired but motivated for Daegu, of course. To get into the knockout stages was always going to be #1 on their agenda. Their opponents from the Philippines to make it back-to-back Champions League successes. Marinon was the target further forward. There he is. been with his current employer since 2015, born in Spain, now 35, very much the veteran stage of his professional career, but an awful amount to offer. Sense he'll be another key performer for them if they are to string a surprise here in Tashkent today. That's headed on by Edgar. Again, tight to the touchline. And then from a very long way out, speculative, and the referee is quick to intervene. Six there is Hong Jong-un. Just a word with Manon. Senior is told to just leave the scene, nothing to do with him, and the talking to continues for those two players. Well, it was a long way out. It was always going to be highly ambitious to strike from that sort of distance. Anthony Pintus in goal for United City. Good build-up play. And then the break, and Maranon will chase. Outnumbered there, 2-1. And the sky blue, Daegu with Leon Ray, another player who's at the veteran stage of his career, but he does bring versatility at the age of 35. Came from Chiang Rai United. Not going to win that ball in the air, Edgar, and then he's on the prowl again, following up, getting into that 18-yard area. The clearance, no distance on that. And back come Daegu again. Makes something of this early possession. Chips once again into that 18-yard area, and then brought away from the danger zone, and the throw is United City's. Daegu lost 3-1 to group leaders Kawasaki from Tali. That setback fresh in their mind. Leandro with a hat-trick. Hong Jong-un. Well, they might have conceded 7 in their previous meeting, but they've shut out Daegu, and this man, Bjorn von Maranon, they'll hope to create some scoring opportunities of their own. United City, a club that had enjoyed plenty of domestic success in recent years. 2019, the double without a single loss. Of course, the club was renamed after owner and chairman stepped down last summer. Won the title in 2020 with a shortened campaign held in a bubble due to the ongoing problems with COVID. safely navigated the opening 11 minutes. Karu Minagishi. Japanese recruiters. Jason With looks on from those sidelines. Chae-Yong-eun, always favourite to collect that at the first time of asking. Angled forward. Again, the partnership between Edgar and Cecilia. Cecilia with a drag back. Dark blue shirt there first. Important. Here's the captain, Stefan Schlock. Two brothers in the United City starting 11. Amin and Omid Nazari started out in Malmo. Chance created and good goalkeeping. Pinthus was alert to the danger. Down nicely by Marinon. Hartman. They are to get free kicks in and around that Daegu goal, then Hartman Jaman, with his ability from free kicks and set pieces. Club with his newfound confidence on the back of victory. Finishing off their group games today. Jo Jin-woo. Just helped on by Hong Jong-un. The break is on. Just the two furthest forward, but skips away and has Marinon in the middle. It's just behind him. And to the relief of that Daegu defensive line, they're able to scramble that rather hurriedly away. That is an illustration of the danger that United City are capable of on those counter-attacks. Pace to bring the ball forward and certainly cause problems inside and around the visitors' 18-yard area. The space beginning to open up as we head nearer to the 15-minute mark. Playing on this near side, just unable to find Wang Sun-min. Shake it ahead from Cecilia. And his goal remains relatively untroubled at the quarter-hour mark, that of Anthony Pinthus, permanently signed in January after impressing on loan at an international level, eligible to play for the likes of Switzerland, the Republic of Ireland, and for that matter, Philippines. It's the silky skills on display from Angelo Marasigan, and again across the face of that Daegu penalty box, just causing a few problems of their own at the other end. Defensively dealt with. He's on just catching the player and then acknowledges the foul. bit of work to do defensively in a crowded penalty box for United City. Half a dozen likely targets forward. Keeper comes and decides to punch, and it hits the crossbar. It's still there, and that is a slice of giant fortune for United City, who somehow survived the scare. Keeper got it wrong, returned with interest and crashed against the woodwork by Wang Sun-min. Best chance so far, and that man is distinctly unfortunate not to make a mark. Wang Sun-min hit that well enough, cannon back off the woodwork. It's a little spell, this, for the club from Korea Republic. Another ball drifted in, this time more convincing from Pinhus. Short time ago, that punch clearance was always dangerous, and so it proved. Didn't get any distance on it, and Wang Sun-min was so close to an opener. Finished 5th in the last couple of seasons in the K-League. Did Daegu put the in here, flag up. And again, assistant referee called into action away on that far side. A few signs that the United City defence beginning to come under more pressure. Another close call, just straying offside. Yes, 5th place finish in the last league campaign for Daegu, and the breakthrough moment came. They had, what, 3 years in the 2nd division, and then that was 2014 to 2016, and then the big breakthrough moment, an FA Cup success, and that gave them the first AFC Champions League appearance. Trying to build something of promise here. A better ball in the end from Marasiga, maybe a second chance. Maradon linking up, and it may still come the way of a teammate in Hartman, and then that shot in the end was always rising. Nazari smells from Hartman as they create something. His was the first chance that was blocked, and then it came back out to Omid Nazari. He's played for Iran, like his brother Amin started in Sweden at Malmo. 20 minutes, enough to suggest that the side from the Philippines can be competitive, enough to suggest that they've put behind them that 7-goal thrashing by today's opponents. Still a long way to go, but they're fashioning chances, and they had that slice of good luck that you need when the ball just came back off the woodwork, just as Wang Sun-min must have thought he'd done enough and began to celebrate an opener, but it wasn't to be. Cannons back off Marasigan, and then drops kindly to Che Yong-moon, first choice keeper. It's been his only senior club. Senior through the middle, and Edgar just waiting close to the penalty box. Jinwoo's ball. It's turning into trouble, Monon, and winning the free kick for his side. Hartman's ball. Disappointing in the end that Schlupp got a touch on it, but there is the current standings in Group I. Remember, it's a win that Daegu need to take them on to 12 points, and then they can begin to look forward to the knockout stages of this tournament. Who says goal remains intact. We played the 22.5 minutes midway points of first half action. That might drop to Maranon. Shocking close attendance. Another well the wrong side of 30-34 scored the opener in that 1-1 draw against Beijing in their group opener, and again leading out the side today, trying to make his presence felt in that midfield support role. That was one that he felt Cho Jinwoo was the player on the halfway line, and stopped the run and flattened the player. He's going to be cautioned. The card, it's yellow for Cho Jinwoo. Well, he was picking up pace, was Angelo Manasegan, and just caught there. Stays down. It's a booking. Well, the 21-year-old will be okay, presumably to continue, just feeling the full effects of the challenge from that man. Okay to continue. And it's another Mark Hartman free kick. And so far, so good, with 20 minutes remaining. The underdogs are very much in this contest. And Sumin, Edgar comes deep. This is Lee Young-rae. And aside from the Korea Republic, made their K1 League debut back in 2003. Promotion and relegation and that FA Cup success that I mentioned, the 5th place finish last time out in the domestic league. 2019 Champions League adventure, and a free kick in their favour here, draws the foul. Challenge on Subasanishi. Trinhus with work to do, you suspect, as he lines up his defensive wall. Decent position, very central. Through a free kick opportunity, it falls the way of Cecilia, waiting to drive that into the wall and penalised. You can see the reaction from Marinon, and they gained a few more yards. Hands up. And the decision goes against United City's number 7. It's another free kick, and it's a little further in. Skipper is lying on the floor to make sure that they don't drive it under that defensive wall. Same player, another opportunity. Cecilia's free kick, flex away, and the wall does its job. A little bit of self-congratulation. 2 chances, can't find a way through. And then across to take the corner. Trying to put together a sustained period of pressure. Keeper stays on his line. Edgar forward. Pressure maintained, and then a poor final ball. The delivery by Subasanishi left a lot to be desired. Well, nearly 30 minutes then. And the underdogs are holding the side that simply need to win this. A draw or a defeat in Daegu will be going out of the Champions League at the group stages. Cecilia is trying to link up there with Wang Sun-min, who's carved out the best chance. The strike that came back off the woodwork, it's as close as they've come. And they continue to be frustrated by the club from the Philippines under the stewardship of Jason With. New experience and trying to build on that win. 3-2 winners last time out against Beijing. Something of a surprise to many, particularly when you concede 2 goals early on and still come back to win it 3-2. Quite a fight back. Manasigam. Oh, it's still near calm. Marinon goes to ground, and the referee says nothing he's doing. And at the other end, Edgar trying to brush off the challenge and then go for goal. Dealt with by Anthony Pitus. And that was the challenge, and taken out. But the referee allowed play to continue, and it allowed Edgar a sight of goal. And Pinhus made the save. So Devon Marinon is receiving treatment. You can see what Jason Wynn thinks of that challenge and that decision. Waited for the free kick that never came, and it allowed Daegu to break at the other end and threaten themselves. So it really is set up nicely after 35 minutes of play. United City are holding Daegu. And the best chance of the game fell the way of Wang Soon Min. For the side that finished 5th in the K-League last time out, have been unable to make the breakthrough. So 11 minutes then, just over to the break, and still deadlock between these two sides. And for all the pressure that we have seen from Daegu and that opportunity that came their way, frustratingly, they have been held, and the side managed by that man find themselves still very much in this contest. Back to win that, Edgar, and then venture forward. Here he is with the knockdown, and plenty back to deal with the threat. Cecilia making inroads into the opposition territory. It's a lovely take, and it's a well-timed finish, and they do have the breakthrough. Tsubasa Nishi with the moment that matters, and it's come late in the first half. A delightful first touch, and then the presence of mind to steer that ball past Anthony Pinthus. And the side that simply need to win have a priceless single goal advantage. Cecilia's ball, and didn't Tsubasa Nishi take that well. It's Daegu 1, United City 0. The moment that matters. He's been on the receiving end. There was a challenge earlier, and again, Marinon, well, you can see the frustration and the sandwich there, two players in on him. Carrying the threat for United City, being von Marinon, be able to get some sort of first half response. Helped back by Ji Jong-woo. Played across that backline. Suddenly got a space for the team with a single goal advantage. Play continues. They've competed well of United City, and some determined work. It's sort of harried, and Daegu have it back. Certainly offered enough in this first half showing. Brushed off the ball this time. Marinon could take advantage and go for goal, and forced to save. Just for a moment, he must have thought he'd done enough. It is their best chance so far, and it forces the save from Chae Yong-un. This was the moment they've come closest. And the keeper backpedaling, just got across and did enough. They will move on to the 12. If it's all about a victory. That was their ultimate aim, and they're 40 minutes through achieving that. Pulled down by Edgar, and again flag goes up far side. They have the advantage that they have craved. There's the ball, and then the supporting player, well, very tight call. but it goes against Daegu. Sebastian Nishi with a delightful moment, skill, and then a composed finish. Put them in the driving seat. Player down. Play continues. Here's the captain, Stefan Schrock. Whipped in. May be able to maintain the momentum. Hartmann. And then one back by Edgar. Defensive slip, maybe in trouble. Keeper able to rescue the situation. Able to scurry forward and make sure that didn't lead to further damage. Just a moment's hesitation. While at the other end, free kick in favour of United City. It's going to be another yellow card. We saw Jo Jin-woo booked, and now Kim Jin-hyuk is the player. While at the other end, a smart piece of goalkeeping to keep out Lee Gun-ho. It's the card for the captain. The arm was across, can have no complaints. A set-piece chance of their own, headed back across the face of goal, and then brought away. It's a real scare. Scared that they survive, but again, United City have plenty to offer. And a free kick conceded. The player stopped in his tracks, and there's the protest. It's the captain. Brought down Stefan Schrock. And Cecilia was the player involved. Well, they're not done yet, sitting by a single goal. Final minute of the opening 45. And a free kick of their own to bend in and plenty forward. Important to get ahead on that. It's still not away. And then it's dragged wide from the best part of 18 yards. Well, heading into the interval with a very slender advantage. 2 minutes to be added on. They did enjoy the earlier chance when Wang Sin-min came close. Woodwork kept him out, and the finish was of the highest quality. Nothing like the previous meeting when it was that 7-0 thrashing. This is much closer, more competitive. And the side from the Philippines were buoyed by their last group success against Beijing. In fashion, an equaliser in time added on, wide and into the side netting. And he has got forward time and time again as Angelo Manasigan. Cecilia had a couple of free kick opportunities of his own. Just playing out the final moments. Taking in the 1-goal advantage then. Halfway to achieving their aim of a victory that would give them a round of 16 plays. They hit the woodwork, they survived a few scares of their own, but the goal, real quality. Sebastianishi popping up, and at the break it's United City 0, and their opponents from the Korea Republic, Daegu, 1. Hello and welcome back. Second half to follow, and those players from United City with a bit to do, but only trailed by the one goal, taken really well by Tsubasa Nishi. Advantage with Daegu, but they've made a real game of it so far. Champions League success already with that 3-2 triumph against Beijing. And in the sky blue, the club from the Korea Republic. And they're the dominant force in the Philippines Football League, defending champions. Change made then at the start of the second half, and Wong is on. It's featured previously and has 45 minutes to impress. Zari brothers, Omid and Armin, and all smiles despite the scoreline for Jason With in charge of this United City club. And opposite number, Lee Byung-un. Second half action then, the sixth and final group stage match. United City against Daegu. And one change at the start of the second half. This is Kim Jin-hyuk, the captain. Been with them since 2015. He's on a yellow. And also another player that has to tread carefully. Teammate Jo Jin-woo, 21-year-old, was cautioned as well. Marinon has been a threat throughout for the club from the Philippines. With hefty challenges, he found himself on the receiving end. Well, a competitive opening 45, no doubt about that. Nothing like their previous meeting, when Daegu were able to put 7 past their opponents without reply. Cecilia will prepare to take, and the obvious figures forward in number, plus some defensive reinforcements, Jo Jin-woo among them. Taken off the head of Edgar, second chance, curled in, free header, and there's the finish. Looks for a flag, and an opportunity to celebrate, because the flag doesn't come, and the close range finish, able to double their advantage inside the opening 2 minutes of the second half, as that ball was played back into the danger zone. The helping header, and there is Lee Kwon-ho to make his presence felt from very close in indeed. Hong Jun-un with the original header back across the face of goal, and there's the finish for Lee Kwon-ho to double their advantage. As the goal scorer, and it's come very early in the second half. United City 0, Daegu 2. Is there to be a response? Good run forward, determined run by the captain Stefan Schrock, and then the ball taken away. And for the first time in this group encounter, Daegu enjoyed the comfort of a 2-goal lead. Just looked for a flag that never came. They felt there was an offside, as that ball was just drifted back into the 18-yard area, and all alone Hong Jun-un to head it goalwards, and then steered in by Lee Kwon-ho. On closer to that aim and objective of the knockout stages of the Champions League. Proves their goal difference takes them on to 12 points, of course. Suddenly things begin to look a lot better. What can Jason Witt's side do about it? The majority of the second half. 3-2 winners last time out. They know all about the comeback trail, because they were 2 down and turned it round to 3-2. It's Hartman's ball. Aaron loses out. Frustrated. The challenges where he has felt the full force. As the opportunity as Schrock went down, nothing given. He does look the main threat, Marinon, if they're to find a route back. Miligishi. And now with Hartman, able to elude the challenge and attention of Edgar, but I'm going to go all the way back to Amin Nazari. There is the veteran, 34 years of age, Edgar. 2 goals in a 5-0 win over Beijing. Had a spell at Porto and is able to lend his vast experience to the club cause. There's no direction at all on that. You can see that Schrock was waiting, but the ball was played nowhere close to him. Put these on there. On the booking, the captain, Kim Jin Hyuk. Yonglin's clearance. And then lifted into space, but again the flag of the assistant referee to acknowledge the offside decision. A goal in the first half, courtesy of Tsubasa Nishi, and then a second to follow from very close in by Lee Gwyn-ho. Just a reaction. The referee was very quickly on the spot to intervene. It's the challenge coming in from the captain they weren't happy from. Shock on one of the goal scorers. And there's the results. The senior weighs in with his thoughts. "34-year-old, and the man who scored their opening goal in this AFC Champions League adventure with that 1-1 scoreline first time out against Beijing. Well, a goal breached twice, despite the best efforts of Anthony Pinhas. Born and raised in Switzerland, started his club career with Grasshopper there. And a few frustration, see, for the captain, Stefan Schrock, the challenge, and then involved again. Things not going his way at the moment. His side trail by 2. Kim Jin Hyuk to hammer that long. Just runs away. Chen Song-won was the player in pursuit. And Wong has come off the bench. The change made at the start of the second half, a lead that's been added to as they look for a third that could put this contest out of the reach of United City. Nicely worked, intricate build-up play. Can Senior keep it in? Indeed he can. There's been a danger. Certainly had a couple of set-piece situations. Did the Brazilian. Another with experience, another wrong side of 30. The player who started out at Corinthians and scored in that defeat against Kawasaki Frontale, losing to the Japanese side who've been front runners in this group twice, and that has damaged their cause here. Edgar able to bring it down and then turn away from his marker. Well-timed ball, supporting run, angle drive, always going wide. Substitute it was, and Young, but some way wide of the mark from the second half substitute. Oh, that's a lovely first touch. They could be in. Edgar, to finish! Well, that was beautifully taken. And suddenly, their second half dominance adds one more goal to the scoreline. And Edgar finds the required finish. And they lead by 3. Little emotion from Lee Byung-gun. Beautifully created goal, build-up play was perfect, and the left foot strike was absolutely ideal. Keeper just gets a touch on it. Not enough to prevent their third of the match. And Edgar's first, just short of the hour mark. There, the Group I standings. Remember, 3 clubs with the best second place finishers are the ones that advance, as well as the group winners, to the round of 16, and that prize awaits Daegu. Still full of fight. Are they to stage some kind of comeback as that deflects into the grateful arms of Chae-yun? Marasegan, when he gets forward, he is a danger. Angelo Marasegan, deflected effort. Keeper called into action, but they are very much in that comfort zone with a 3-goal lead, and we are very near to the 60-minute mark. An opening goal in the first half from Tsubasa Nishi was delightfully taken. The second was close in from Lee Gwyn-ho, and the third a moment ago with Edgar's strike finding a way through. Long way back now for the club that were always underdogs in this group and underdogs going into this game. Another lovely back heel to set them forward and set them into opposition. Penalty area just taken off the feet of Sabasanishi. It was important. Junchin is the player preparing to come on for 30 minutes of Champions League football then. He's one of the goal scorers. Lee Guan-ho. His day is done. Junchin is on, and they can prepare to take a corner. Player goes down, referee is well positioned, and Stefan Schrock telling the match official nothing in that at all. Back on his feet, and now that corner kick can be taken. Responsibility lies with Cecilia. Finds a teammate, finds the head. Edgar again making his presence felt and trying to add a second goal to his tally. Closely he was marked. That's the initial talking point, and there's the header. Too high in the end. Forward by Marinon, and then at the other end, look at the amount of space. Torres committed forward. Lee Yong-rae's ball, stamping their authority on this second half. Again, frustration for Marinon there. Well, we've seen cautions for the likes of Jo Jin-woo and Kim Jin-hyuk, and a change made by United City just past the hour mark. Buresh is the player who gets an opportunity, and Kurt Dizon is the player who makes way. Well, battling away, but a 3-goal deficit to somehow claw back against all odds. Yes, they came from 2 down against Beijing in their previous group fixture. But having stayed competitive for so long in the second half, we are seeing Daegu really with a display of dominance. Kim Jin-hyuk, support from Jang Song-won, breaking down in the final third away by Minagishi. Edgar again making a nuisance of himself. A couple across there to close him down, and then the decision goes against the veteran striker. Latest change of many. Park had been on. The young Ray makes way. Park had been. And Cecilia too high. Expect the substitutions to follow, 5 allowed from each side. And after the sort of schedule that these two clubs have had, the opportunity to go into those substitutes and give them playing time. That's group I. That is how it stands. 66 minutes into achieving the objective in a must-win game, and now chasing a fourth. Cecilia challenged by Stefan Schrock. And the captain concedes the free kick. A frustrating challenge from the captain. What can they make from this set-piece chance? Ball dinked in, and always a lot to ask for the on-running Edgar, but he has got a goal, along with the offerings from Lee Hunho and then the opener from Tsubasa Nishi. Well, looking comfortable now, looking as if it's about whether Daegu are able to offer a fourth. Runs away and behind, coming under more and more pressure. That newfound confidence that came with a 3-2 success last time out has been rather punctured by the 3 goals scored by today's opponents. Could be in again. Edgar lets it run. She's balled at the captain, and then he tumbles to the ground under the challenge, and this time Stefan Schrock is able to win a free kick. Another manhandled there, and the result goes in his favour. Schlock again. Mungishi. And all the way back to Anthony Pintus. It's there to be a consolation effort at least in the final 20 minutes. There's pockets of space beginning to open up. Here's an opportunity for the fourth. Well, first touch lets him down, and Cecilia sees the chance go begging. Again, the build-up play is very neat. It's linking up effectively. Just asking questions. Jung Chi-in has been one of the second half substitutes. Change is ominous. Kieran Hayes about to come on. Cecilia, lovely ball, unselfish, could be in. That is the perfect finish to spark celebrations off the bench with devastating effect. Jung Chi-in and Daegu score 4. Lovely ball. Cecilia timed the run to perfection and finds the required finish. One of the substitutes is able to make his mark. Jung Chi-in adds to the scoreline, and they're running away with it. "73 minutes, the time for the goal, and the round of 16 awaits. Standings in Group I at the moment, and a second half showing that has impressed. It's had to wait, and now the goal has been scored. The chance comes, and Marinon has toiled without reward, replaced by Kieran Hayes. Since the restart, they have shown their quality. Lovely run, can't find the intended finish. Park Hanbin. Bundles into the back of Edgar to concede the free kick. One can have no complaints with that. And we're into the final 15 minutes. First half, United City were competitive. They were able to stay in the contest, but as the dramas unfolded in the second 45, the goals have followed. And Daegu find themselves in a very commanding position. Wayward in direction, given away cheaply. Back with the side in sky blue colours, impressing. The possession statistic, well, overwhelmingly in favour of the side from Korea Republic. Just knocking the ball around in search of a fifth. Daegu away from one, able to skip inside, set it up unselfishly, and then drag wide by Cecilia. Big chance of a fifth goal. Unselfish work. There's the Brazilian connection between Edgar and Cecilia. One teeing it up for the other, and in the end it runs the wrong side of the post. Grown into this game, grown in confidence. And on the back of that 7-0 success when they last met, it would appear they are going to record another resounding victory. Is there to be something for United City to take from the contest? 12 minutes to find something, and Hartman, who enjoyed 2 goals in his last competitive outing, is a long way wide, and then that just sparks another change, another opportunity. Oh, Huseong is going to get some valuable first team minutes on the board, and Tsubasa Nishi, who set things going with the opening goal, makes way, and so does Chae Young-eun. Their job, they know, is done, and it's a chance to give the whole squad opportunities in group games. Edgar. Gishi able to get the ball off the big number 9. Too much on that. And Pinhus launches it towards players waiting around the halfway line, but soon won back, and Edgar's ball cut out. And here's the captain, Schrock. Well, Lee Byung-gun, the coach of Daegu, said that they were on the verge of something special. A chance to go beyond the group stages and in to the round of 16. It's all come together for them in the second 45. And Sean-won with the effort from some way out. Made to work, but in the end the scoreline would suggest it's been comfortable. It certainly wasn't in the opening 45. Opponents played their part. But the first Filipino side to compete in the group stage of the Champions League, they're going to find themselves, it would seem, in the end of a heavy and rather emphatic scoreline. But they've enjoyed this AFC Champions League adventure, managed to get on the score sheet in previous games, managed to secure a maiden victory. Not being able to wield his influence on the outcome of this, Mark Hartman came into the game with that brace that guaranteed his goal up to the starting 11. Haven't been able to enjoy the free kicks where Hartman can punish opponents relatively close in the final third. Not happened for them today. And also, aside from the 4 goals, could have been more when Wang Sun-min struck the woodwork. The Zauri brothers working, but despite their best efforts, no reward, and at the moment in the closing minutes, no consolation so far. One of the more effective players in United City's blue colours, Angelo Marasigan. Nagushi, and the chase is on for Schrock. Felt that. And this, the moment captain needs to tread carefully. Kim Jin-hyuk has already been cautioned, already on a yellow card, and has been involved in a few things to say with the referee throughout, as Stefan Schrock. Shake of the head, nice smile. Round of 16 then. Beckoning for Daegu. '19 Champions League experience saw them failed to make it through the knockout phase despite a success against Melbourne Victory. This time around, the game they had to win, they are about to. And in the end, they're going to be able to achieve that aim quite comfortably. Captain back to defend and clear. Just kept in by Jang Sung-won. Group I standings, Kawasaki Frontale have run away with the group. United City standing third. It's the team in second that matters for them. Big footwork. A bit of final ball. Nazari. Nowhere to go for Amin Nazari. Drop. So United City, who won their domestic title in 2020, a shortened campaign, held in a bubble due to COVID. They've enjoyed plenty of success. Renamed after a change of ownership, a Champions League adventure to look forward to, and they have savoured it. They were always among the underdogs. That conversation, that dialogue continues between captain and referee. But it has been a learning experience for the dominant force in the Philippines Football League, the defending champions. Yes, a convincing scoreline against them, but moments to savour and memories to take with them as they bow out at the group stage. Hartmann's goals, his double against Beijing, will be one of the memories that lives on, one of the positives to take away. As we look again, it's the contribution. Just Lee Kun-ho's goal gave them that two-goal advantage. Edgar added a third, and then Chung Ji-in with a fourth. This after a telling first half contribution from Tsubasa Nishi. So, losing a player in the final moments, stretch it off and in some considerable pain, as frustration once again shown by Jason Weir, and he needs to make the change, and Jordan Jarvis is on, and we are into time added on. Four minutes we will have. Well, a consolation effort. Looks as if it is beyond United City. Daegu beaten twice by Kawasaki Frontale. Have done enough. Put 5 past Beijing, put 7 of course against today's opponents in their first meeting. In goals aplenty. It was the 2 defeats to Kawasaki Frontale that looked as if they could prove costly, but they were given this final day chance to salvage something, and they've done just that with the game. They had to win. We played 2 of the 4 added on. Chung Chi-in furthest forward. Now the card for Cecilia. It's the challenge, and again, knew exactly what he was doing. Took out Angelo Marasigan, and the latest yellow card for Daegu's number 11. Almost there. Final minute. Edgar's chest, Edgar's assist, finds a sky blue shirt. Last move of the game, surely. Laid off by Kim Jin-hyuk. They have done what was asked of them, and that determined run, and he was held back, and it will be another yellow card in that sort of matches. But again, can have no complaints. Steps across him, pull of the shirt, and the card is yellow. And one of the more impressive performers, Angelo Marasigan, but it ends on a caution, and it ends on this chance with a free kick. We've played 4 minutes of added time. They have ventured forward in number. It's a free kick routine, and it's well wide, and that should be that. Daegu have found the victory. The round of 16 awaits. Tsubasa Nisi set him on the way. Lee Gwon-ho with a second, Edgar with a third, and the final contribution from Chung Ji-in. Final score, Daegu 4, United City 0.
Vamos,